What's up, everyone? Welcome to This Week in Waste, a weekly news show where I run you through the top stories as seen on Waste360.com. My name is Gage Edwards, here today with the top 10 stories from the month of June. Since we have a lot of stories to get to, I won't spend too much on this preamble, so let's just jump into the stories now. Number 10. Sustainability sells. Why companies can't ignore consumer demand even when policy falls behind. Consumers are putting their money where their values are. They're not just asking for eco-friendly options, they're rewarding companies that provide them. A recent study found that 82% of consumers say they're willing to pay more for products with sustainable packaging, a number that jumps to 90% among Gen Z shoppers. Number 9. Veolia CEO on PFAS, public safety, and building for the future in Delaware. Veolia has just held a grand opening ceremony for its latest PFAS treatment facility located in Stanton, Delaware. Executives from the company, industry officials, and the Governor of Delaware were on hand for the celebration. At the event, Waste360 caught up with Veolia CEO Estelle Bracklinoff to have a quick chat about the facility and how Veolia is making an impact on the industry. Number 8. New York packaging EPR stalls again in the Assembly. New York State's 2025 legislative session has ended with the Assembly failing to vote on a high-profile extended producer responsibility bill for the second consecutive time. The Packaging Reduction and Recycling Infrastructure Act would create an EPR program for packaging. Number 7. ReFed report updates on food waste trends and makes near-term projections. Food waste in the U.S. has returned to 2016 levels after a temporary decline during the COVID-19 pandemic, putting the country off track to meet its goal of having food waste by 2030, according to ReFed's 2025 report. Number 6. EarthCare makes biochar from wastewater biosolids and MSW digestate. EarthCare sells the commodity for this age-old application as well as for animal bedding and other uses, including remediation. Manure and biosolids happen to have a particle charge that attracts them to heavy metals. The char produced from that waste binds to the metals in soil and water, preventing them from leaching into the environment. Number 5. American Biogas Council data highlights untapped energy and organic waste potential across the U.S. New data from the American Biogas Council reveals that expanding U.S. biogas infrastructure could power millions of homes and vehicles while diverting organic waste from landfills. The report outlines untapped opportunities for energy generation, emissions reduction, and economic growth across all 50 states. Number 4. Volta Deep taps old tech to provide a new disposal path for sludge. Volta Deep is storing organic waste a mile underground. The company takes sewage sludge after it's been tapped for biogas via anaerobic digestion and has no value left, nor a practical end-of-life destination. Number 3. Fire report. Properly recycling vapes, and more vapes. It's time for the manufacturers and distributors to share in the full complexities of the supply chain. Until that starts to happen, we need to come together to create safe and easily accessible disposable options nationwide. This could mean installing reinforced drop-off boxes on every street corner, similar to how ashtrays and cigarette butt receptacles were readily available during the height of the smoking era. Number 2. Colorado's startup technology destroys 99% of PFAS. Revolutionary technology finally breaks the forever chemical curse as H2+ delivers a cost-effective solution that completely destroys PFAS pollutants rather than merely capturing them. Using electron-charged bubbles that shatter the notoriously strong carbon fluoride bonds, this game-changing system operates at just 9 cents per gallon. And the top story of the month, Oregon's Recycling Modernization Act goes into effect. Recycling is about to look different in Oregon as the state's Recycling Modernization Act goes into effect. The act, originally passed in 2021, will expand what materials are accepted in residential recycling. And those were the top stories as seen on Waste360.com for the month of June. As always, you can read more about each of these stories by going to Waste360.com and be sure to sign up for our newsletter so these stories can be delivered to you daily. If you weren't signed up, you probably missed all of this. What's up with that? Also, be sure to watch out for our podcast, the Waste World Podcast, on Spotify, our YouTube channel, and Waste360.com. As always, thanks for watching.